Hey everyone, in this video, I will be giving an overview of the POCSO Act 2012. POCSO Act means the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act 2012. This act came into force with effect from 14th November 2012. Until the enactment of the POCSO Act, sexual offences against children were dealt under various provisions of IPC like Section 375 of IPC, Section 377 of IPC, and Section 354 of IPC. There was a drawback of these provisions because there was no distinction as to adult victims and child victims. Thus, the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act or the POCSO Act is a special law for the children. And this act protects the children from all kinds of sexual abuses. Now let's look into the importance of POCSO Act. So one of the main importance of the POCSO Act is that it is a gender neutral law. Especially by the amendment in the year 2019, this act is made as gender neutral because this act is applicable to all persons irrespective of their gender. Not only the offenders but all the victims can be of either gender. So this act is applicable to both the male child, female child, and also the perpetrators who are male and female. So that is one of the important salient feature of this act. That is, this is a gender neutral act. So there is no distinction as to female or male. And another one important point is that the POCSO Act clearly make a distinction as to various offences like sexual harassment, sexual assault, then child pornography, etc. So this act clearly defines offences like aggravated penetrative sexual assault and non-penetrative sexual assault, etc. Another one important point is that this act highlighted the significance of child rights and safety. So various provisions in this act give importance to the right to privacy of the children and also right to live with dignity of the children. So some provisions says that the confidentiality should be maintained during the judicial process and the child should be given their privacy. So this act gives enough significance to the various child rights as well as safety of the children. So another one important point is that POCSO Act cannot be treated as a complete code because the provisions of CRPC, the provisions of IPC, Juvenile Justice Act and IT Act 2000, so all these acts overlap and they encapsulate the procedure and specify the offences. So all these acts should be taken into consideration when offences are done against children. So POCSO Act along with these provisions will also come into picture. Now let's look into some important provisions of the POCSO Act. So one is Section 23. So Section 23 says that the confidentiality of the victim's identity, that is during the procedure of or during the judicial process, the media should maintain the confidentiality of the child victims, and unless otherwise a special court allows, the media should not reveal the identity of the child victims. Therefore, the identity of the victim should be maintained. That should be confidential. And another one important provision is Section 19. And Section 19 talks about mandatory reporting of the child sexual abuses. And this section, Section 19 is very important because whoever is having the knowledge, including the children, is duty bound to reveal that matter in front of police and other authorities. So here this Section 19 talks about mandatory reporting of the child sexual abuses. So other than the children, whoever is not reporting this to the police may be punished with imprisonment, which may lead to 6 months, or with fine, or with both. So that is provided under Section 21 of the POCSO Act. And another one important point with regard to the POCSO Act is the last seen theory. So last seen theory says that with whom the child was present before the committal of that particular crime. That is, the person who was present with the child immediately before the committal of the sexual offense will be deemed as the perpetrator of the particular offense. So that is the last seen theory. So there are a lot of controversies regarding the last seen theory. So this is the overall view of the POCSO Act. So I'll be dealing with the important points later. And while considering the POCSO Act 2012 and also the amendment to the POCSO Act 2019, we can see that there are some loopholes. Especially these loopholes are sometimes it is favorable to the offenders and sometimes it is favorable to those victims who come with the false allegations. So there are two dimensions to those issues. There may arise situation when some false allegations can be taken against persons, and also offender can escape from the purview of punishment. So there are some loopholes, and all those loopholes and other important points will be discussed in the coming video. Thank you.